Hello. This is going to be a combination of a cloud of witness story and a minute for mission story. A few years ago, a college friend and I were discussing race issues in America, and she said, "I have wondered where you got your understanding of the issues." And it made me think, who did shape me with these views? My parents come from conservative families in Iowa, where you are taught to be kind and help others, but everyone is responsible for bringing themselves up by their bootstraps. With this background, my Black college friend from Columbus, Ohio, was perplexed that I could be understanding of her life story. I have always been drawn to friends who are different from me. A friend of my mom's once said my friend group in high school looked like the United Nations. Befriending people of Muslim faith, Hindu faith, and Jewish faith from a young age helped widen my worldview of what it meant to be spiritual and a good person. These friends shaped me to realize that despite the look we have from the outside, inside, we all have the same passions and desire for a safe and happy life. I was raised in a Presbyterian church, and I like to joke that I'm ethnically Presbyterian. But I have appreciated the way the church has helped me challenge my views and think about what matters most. When I reflect upon the sermons I remember most when I was growing up, I now realize what a liberal bent my minister had. He taught us how Jesus supported people that were different, how the Bible described God with both traditional female and male traits, and that to be a Christian was to be there for others. There is a part of each of us that Jesus loves. With these friends and also with my church community, I spent a lot of time volunteering and helping out. So when Scott and I started a family, it felt natural to continue volunteering. During those early years with my kids, my whole focus was them and their schooling. So I became very involved with their schools. After years helping out with the PTA, I saw so much need for the kids and families, but little ability to make any difference. And at the same time, I was hearing about this organization called Voice that was making a difference. When I heard FCPC was interested in joining, I thought this would be a great use of my time as I transitioned off the PTA. I could finally help affect change that would improve people's lives. As SCPC became a member of Voice, we have heard amazing things that Voice has accomplished. It has been so inspiring to be in a room full of people from all different religions and different races working together to improve people's lives. Hearing their stories motivates me to want to keep going back. Voice's strength comes from listening to the issues that concern its members and then taking action based on those concerns. Together, necessary changes are made when the full force of the membership comes out to show support, as was done with the missing middle action in Arlington that you may have heard about in the news. Voice kept hearing about these issues in Arlington. They gathered community members passionate about these changes, and they invited all Voice members to the meetings to show support, and change was made. This year, the FCPC Voice team has listened to our welcome table guests, and their issues feel vast and, to be honest, overwhelming. The guests come from all over the DMV area. Some issues we consistently heard about were the skyrocketing rent costs, especially when on a fixed income, finding housing units that were appropriate for their family size, finding donated clothing in the right sizes, and health care from dental to women-specific issues. The guests were very appreciative of the delicious meals we provide and also mentioned how the toiletry donations were a huge help. As we talked to our Voice organizers to discuss what our next steps would be, they said we need to figure out where FCPC members' passions lie. For us as a community to show support and help make change, we need to find where we would be willing to come out. We, the Voice team, need to listen to you and hear what concerns you have in your life. As we figure out how this will look, I look forward to listening to you and hearing your story and your concerns.